This is DMG, and we're going to be talking about how to make a treacherous passage. Treachery! Treacherous passage. Okay, so we're going to grab a 2x2 square tile. You can have a look at video 2 on what that means. And I'm going to start to sketch out what I'm going to build. So this is going to be a narrow passage on the one corner, a bit of a diagonal, and then 2 broken passages, and connecting those will be a bridge. So I'm just drawing where the walls, roughly where the walls are going to be. So you need the walls to connect to the passages. They're going to have this sort of little island in the opposite corner. So, and then a bit of a rickety bridge across that area. So I'm just cleaning up where those walls are going to be so that it's correct. So measuring to the midpoint. And now I'm going to start gluing down first with a quarter piece. So that's a 1/4. So if you have a look at the narrow passage videos in video 76, you'll know what that is. And this one, obviously, we don't want that corner jutting out, so I'm just going to cut that off. Obviously, I could have done this before I glued it down, but you know, I'm being a bit of a goose. And then we're going to just start hot gluing down walls. So it's a matter of just laying down the hot glue, stick down some walls. It doesn't matter if they're going off the edge, because we will just lop them off later with scissors. So again, applying the hot glue and apply the walls, and so you'll be starting to define where those passages and pathways and everything are. So I'm not going to do any walls on the little island on the other side. Then just lop off the excess walls with the scissors and hold on to those pieces so we can continue using them, like we do here, where I'm just going to measure where the diagonal piece is going to be cut so it'll fit in properly. So I'll lop off the excess with a pair of scissors and make sure that it's correct, which that looks fine. Put down some hot glue and make sure it's the right way around, and place the diagonal piece in. Now I just need these 2 extra little pieces of walls here, so I'm just going to just cut two little pieces. They're probably about 1 centimeter each, and place down some hot glue and put those in. And that's so that the walls will line up when you place corridors there. So I'll just show you what that is. So here's a corridor. You can see it just lines up with that smaller piece of wall, and the same thing on the other side. That's lining up there, so that's all good. And just check the passageways. Yep, that one's fine, and that one is fine as well. So just always do that before you continue on. Just make sure you don't want to build a huge thing and then nothing lines up. So now we're going to start to cut out the first layer of cardboard where the hole is going to be, and I cut across I think too close to that wall, so I just extended that out a bit. Doesn't matter, because that's going to be covered by some planking. So now I've cut around that little island on the outside, and I am ripping out the first layer of cardboard, and then we're going to grab, these are mini popsicle sticks. So it doesn't matter whether you use standard ones or mini ones, as long as you cut out a roughly 1 inch long piece, and just with different diagonal edges or cut edges or whatever you like, just to make it look that nothing is uniform. So once that is done, I'm going to just start putting down lines of hot glue and stick down the planks and just continue that on. I'll just put on boots of speed here so we can continue on it, and you can see how the little angle cuts are all different. It doesn't matter if there's just space left over, we'll fill those in now. And lines of hot glue and just putting down the planking. So where we've got some holes there, I'm just using some offcuts, just a blob of hot glue and stick in the offcuts, and away we go. Doesn't matter that the gaps between them are very wide, that's fine, it works in our favor in terms of the look of the piece. And just continuing the planking into the corridor. So just 1 or 2 extra little planks. Then we just want to add a little bit more, so some loose planks here and there. So we'll just put one sort of scattered off into the passage, and I'll do one sort of hanging off an edge here into the void or water or lava or whatever you want to use. And now I'm just going to place one running across to the little island. So that just gives players the idea that they can walk across that instead of jumping. Different type of test, just, you know, so it just keeps the game flow going a bit. And that's what it looks like so far. So there's just a few extra little bits and pieces that we want to add to that. And starting with, I like to just add some blobs of hot glue that are fauna in the dungeon. Was it flora? It's flora. Fauna is animals, okay. It's flora, so just be like some pods or moss or something like that that's growing in the dungeon. It can be poisonous, it can just be for decoration, it can have narrative significance or not, it doesn't really matter. Just have something there to just accentuate the piece a little bit more. Now I'm going to drag a thin line of hot glue along the edge of the planks so the ends are exposed, and this is to make it look like there's some rope holding all these planks together, and just continue that line all the way across. So that's what it looks like so far, with the little island and the pods and things, or maybe even could be rocks. It depends on how you paint them. And here I have painted it's a different one that I've created using videos 7 and 11 for the wood, and then you can just do the pods with some brown, green and some white, and then you videos 3, 4 and 5 to do the dungeons, and video 76 for just that little island that shows you what to do. And of course, with the dangerous area, you can make that depth, you can make it lava, water, whatever you like. It's completely up to you. So that's how you make a treacherous passage. If you like this video, like button, and click subscribe if you haven't done so already, because we need to get the numbers up. More people need to know how this stuff works. You can also check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I have an email newsletter, and you can find that on my website, thedmg.info, along with my store, where we have things like PDFs for as little as 99 US cents. If you want to check out what's in that PDF, you can check my playlists on my channel page, where you'll find Delving the Dark, which has all the videos related to those, so you can check it out before you buy it. It's not Napster, but it still works. A treacherous passage. Treacherous.